Why, hello there YouTube, and welcome to the first Horigin Files of this year. So I thought I would bring back the Horigin Files with another iconic horror villain, and that of course is the Candyman. So let's get into it, shall we, in our newest episode of Horigin Files. And let's be its victim. Horigin Files. Candyman. First appearance, Candyman. Horror series, the Candyman franchise. Location, Cabrini Green Homes, Chicago. Species, vengeful spirit. Portrayed by Tony Todd. Created by Bernard Rose, based on the character Candyman by Clive Barker. Once a former slave, Daniel Robital was also a gifted painter, and when instructed by his former master to paint his daughter, a white woman, he did so. However, as he painted her, romance grew between the two, and when their relationship was discovered, her father unleashed an angry mob after him, where they tortured him, cutting off his hand and replacing it with a hook, and then smearing honey all over his body, while honeybees attacked him and stung him to death, where they also made him watch his own demise in a mirror, where they chanted Candyman. After the 5th time of saying Candyman, he died. However, this made him a vengeful spirit, and was then deemed an urban legend, where if you say his name 5 times in the mirror, he will be summoned and he will kill you with his hook. The urban legend living on throughout Cabrini Green. In the 1992 film Candyman, Helen Lyle was doing a thesis on urban legends, particularly the Candyman, where she dared summon him by chanting his name 5 times in the mirror. That is when she was then haunted by him and taunted, where Candyman gained a strong obsession with her, believing that she could be his lover reincarnate. Candyman would go on to appear in various sequels, however were nowhere near as good as the original film. But in 2021, a spiritual sequel was made called Candyman, which of course was also a requel to the original, where Candyman was not just one spirit, but a hive of black men that were all executed through hate crime, having their hands removed and killed, and becoming the next Candyman, with Daniel Robital being the original Candyman. In the events of the film, Anthony McCoy, played by Yahya Abdul Mateen II, he was working on an art project and dived into the legends of the Candyman, but eventually he had become the Candyman himself after having his hand removed and gunned down by the cops. He became the next Candyman. As Anthony's partner came face to face with the original Candyman, Daniel Robital, he gave her one simple instruction: to tell everyone. The film Candyman was based on the short story The Forbidden, written by horror master Clive Barker, where there were some changes made for the film. But in the original short story The Forbidden, Candyman is still summoned by the mirror by chanting his name 5 times and still has a hook. However, is depicted different as a man with a multicoloured coat, blonde frizzy hair, blue lips and pale skin. And of course, the short story is not set in Chicago, it is set in Liverpool, England. However, when Bernard Rose came to adapt the story in 1992's Candyman, he made many changes and many settings to the Candyman we all know now in this classic horror franchise. And there you go, this month's Horigin Files on Candyman. Is there anything you learnt about this character? Anything I might have missed or anything? Do feel free to share down below in the comments. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I've been Random Ross, and this has been Horigin Files on Candyman. So, until next time, don't have nightmares.